On Tuesday night, the president tweeted a bombshell at North Korea. You see it. I have a nuclear button too. It's bigger, more powerful. My button works. President Trump's supporters say that tweet is a sign of strength. Critics say the president is goading Kim Jong-un into a nuclear war. Listen, button or not, in the U.S., there's protocol for this stuff.
So speak softly and carry a big stick. Teddy Roosevelt said that in 1902. It was the basic premise of his foreign policy, and depending on how you look at it, President Trump seems to prescribe to at least part of that philosophy, except maybe for the speaking softly or maybe tweeting softly part. But the stakes are a lot higher today than they were 100 years ago, and I looked into it. The protocol, at least here in the United States, for launching a nuclear missile, not surprisingly, here is pretty complex. In North Korea, not at all, and I couldn't find much about it except for basically it's up to Rocket Man Kim Jong-un on when to launch. But according to Business Insider, it takes minutes, just minutes for the U.S. government to launch a nuclear weapon. But the good news is there are several checks and balances in place to prevent any mistakes. But the president, of course, still the sole authority on deciding when to authorize that launch. So what happens? Well, first off, come on in here. The president will meet with his top military advisors in person, or he'll speak with them by a secure line if he's on Air Force One, for example. If the president still wants to launch, the order is authenticated with a challenge code like Delta Echo, for example. The president then gets something called the biscuit. That's a laminated card with the matching response to that challenge code. The Pentagon will then send that message directly out to the missile crews wherever they are around the globe. The message includes an SAS code, which the crews will then match to the codes that they keep in a locked safe on base. If the missiles are fired from a submarine, the captain and two others have to authenticate that order. If they are launched from land, the crews all turn matching keys at the same time. And once, of course, those missiles are launched, there's no turning back. And this whole thing with Kim Jong-un and North Korea has got a lot of people scared. And Courtney, I'm understanding that this morning President Trump is actually taking credit for starting this argument.
He is taking credit for the conversations that we've had with the North, even with South Korea. He just tweeted about it, so I want to show you that tweet right now. It says, with all of the failed experts weighing in, does anybody really believe that talks and dialogue would be going on between North and South Korea right now if I wasn't firm, strong, and willing to commit our total might against the North? He says, fools, but talks, they're a good thing. And like what Rob said, a lot of people are scared when it comes to this nukes conversation. When it comes to the nuclear button, the conversation is creating a lot of fear for some people. I want to show you this one tweet from American Against Trump. It says, my biggest fear is being played out right in front of me, Trump and the nuclear button. God help us. So yeah, Courtney, a lot of conversation about this socially.
And of course, we're going to keep watching that as things continue to unfold this morning.